I recognize them all. I'm able to recognize all the shoes that are fallen here, all the shoes that are spread over here. It has a lot of things to deliver to the person who is taking it. It has a lot of things to deliver to the world. So that is what the poet is trying to say in this poem. I must not ask you whose, my heart, it skips a beat. So now the poet can see his mom's shoes also. So that means even the poet's mom is no more. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shalini, Professor of English, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Today we are here to discuss one of the poems prescribed by University of MYSURU for first sem BCom. Let us understand what is there in today's module first. Okay, so this is all about a wagon of shoes. Okay, so at first we are going to understand little about the poet, and then we are going to see the text wherein we understand the summary of the poem also. Okay, so let us start our session now. So let me just tell you about the poet. Okay, so the poet is Abraham Sudswecker. Okay, so here he is a Yiddish poet. Okay, so he was a Holocaust survivor. So you must be knowing this poem was written during the time of World War. Okay, so the time wherein Hitler was just choosing people and he used to just eliminate them. Okay, so there were the elimination camps and all that were set up by Hitler. So during that time, this poem was written. So this poem was written to show the harsh reality that was going on during that time. Okay, so how people were chosen and how they were eliminated, how they were killed. So that was the time when this poem was written. So he was actually a survivor. Okay, Mr. Abraham was the survivor of that Holocaust. Okay, so he actually survived from being killed. Okay, so you must be remembering a few stories that were written. So this Anne Frank and all had written few stories, right? Their diaries and all, how they survived. Okay, the same way he also survived the war and he also survived being killed. So that time he just wanted to show the world how the harsh reality affected him, how the harsh reality affected the people. Okay, how difficult it was for people to survive, how much of bloodshed they had to see. So all these he has just shown in this poem. Okay, so he was a Holocaust survivor. So that was, I told you to just give you the meaning of Holocaust. So Abraham wrote poems that described the trauma and memory through the central image of shoes. Okay, so there were many poets who wrote poems like this. Okay, so they had kept one central theme, like one of his friends also, he used to write the same way, like he also kept shoes only as the central theme and he wrote poems about that. So Abraham also wrote the same way. So he kept the central image as shoes and he described what was happening around them, and the scene of war was described by using the central image of shoes. So let us see in the poem how he has used shoes in order to depict the bloodshed, in order to depict the effects of war. So he uses this image of shoes in order to show all those. Okay. So this was written in Vilna Ghetto. It's a place. Vilna Ghetto is a place. Okay. So it was written there on January 1st, 1943. So Sudsweker's this one, A Wagon of Shoes, actually depicts the shoes, okay, which are simultaneously empty and imbued with memory. Okay, so he just talks about the shoes that are left over in the war zone. There are shoes that may be found in pairs. There may not be any pair for that shoe, but there are just shoes that are found. Okay. So he just shows that how shoes are empty, but at the same time, those shoes, they are not depicting emptiness, but they have lot of memories that are imbibed in them. So this emptiness has lot of things to say. That is what this poet is trying to tell in this poem. Okay, so these empty shoes does not mean that it is actually completely empty. There is nothing to say, oh, it's just an empty shoe. There is nothing to be discussed or deliberated upon that. But it has lot of answers, it has lot of questions also in it. It has lot of things to deliver to the person who is taking it. It has lot of things to deliver to the world. So that is what the poet is trying to say in this poem. Okay, so let us now continue with the text of the poem. Okay, so we'll go stanza by stanza. I'm not giving you the complete reading of the poem because it's a very long poem. So let us go stanza by stanza. Okay, I would like you to observe the rhyme scheme also by yourself, since there are no difficult words in this, so you need not have to worry too much. Okay, so let us start with the text of this poem. Okay, so the wheels they drag and drag on, what do they bring and whose? They bring along a wagon filled with throbbing shoes. So let us first understand what is a wagon here. I'm starting it with wagon only because we are talking about the wagon of shoes. So here a wagon is something like this. So like you go to a supermarket and you just have the shopping cart, right? You just push it and take it. So that is called as a wagon. Okay, so something like this. You'll have two handles like this to carry it. Then you have this tray also and two wheels. Okay, so this is called as a wagon. On this tray you can just load all the things what you're taking. You cannot carry it by your hand, so you can just load it and you can take it. Okay, so these you do when you are finding it very heavy to carry those things. So yeah, we started with wagon. The wheels means he's talking about the wagon. Okay, so the wheels they drag and drag on, what do they bring and whose? They bring along a wagon filled with throbbing shoes. Okay, so here you can see the rhyming words that are there, on and wagon and whose and shoes. Okay, so these are the rhyming words you can see here. Okay, so you can mark the rhyme scheme as A, B and A, B. Usually this enjambment is found in free verse, but here also you can see some enjambment here. I'll just tell you what it is. The poet is talking about the wagon which is actually carrying all the shoes there. Okay, so the wheels they drag and drag on, that means he's talking about the wagon. What do they bring and whose? What are they bringing and whose are they bringing here? Okay, so they bring along a wagon. So those people are actually bringing a wagon there. Okay, filled with throbbing shoes. They are all filled with many shoes over there, like many different kinds of shoes over there. Okay, so that is what the people are bringing over here. Okay, so the wagon like a coupe, pronounce it as coupe. Okay, it's a French word. In evening glow enchants. So here you can see there is a continuation over here. Okay, so the continuation of the line here also enchants the shoes piled up and heaped up. So here you can see the line is continuing and this is called as enjambment. And here when you go to mark the rhyme scheme again, you need not have to worry here. It is actually not coupa, it is coupe. The pronunciation is different. Okay, so it's a French word. It is used in English, this one, the poem. Okay, so that is why you have to mind the pronunciation. The wagon like a coupe in evening glow, that is when the sun is setting. Okay, so that time this is being carried. Enchants the shoes piled up and heaped up. So they are not neatly arranged, but they are all piled up. They are just brought together. Different kinds of shoes and all, they are just brought together and they are just heaped up. They are just kept in a pile like that. Okay, like people in a dance. When people dance, right, there is no order for them to dance. There is no fixed order wherein they can dance, right? So they simply dance without any order. So similar way, this shoes also, they are not kept in any order. Like they have not kept it like this shoe goes with this pair. So they have not kept it according to the pairs. They have just dumped it on the cart. Okay, so that is how they have done it. They have piled it up and they have kept it in heaps. Okay, like people in a dance. So in a dance, what do? They actually have no order. They simply come together and start dancing. So that way these shoes also are brought together. Okay, so that is what the poet is talking over here. Like a dance, when all types of people come together, here also all types of shoes are just heaped up. They have no order for dancing. Similarly, here also there is no order for keeping all the shoes together. Okay, so the shoes are not kept according to the pairs. Okay, so that is what the poet is talking about. Now let us move on to the next stanza. A holiday, a wedding. So he is trying to figure out the reason why these shoes are here. Okay, so is it because of a holiday? Have they come on a vacation? Or is it a wedding? Is it because there is a wedding going on and they have left all their shoes outside? Is it like that? He's just trying to figure out. Or as dazzling as a ball. So is it as dazzling as a ball? Is it like that? So here you can see the figure of speech is simile. Okay, the figure of speech is simile. There is a comparison. Okay, so as dazzling as a ball. So dazzling ball you can say. Okay, so here as dazzling as a ball. Ball means here a party. Ball also means a party. So here, is it because of a party everybody has gathered and they have left their shoes there? Is it that case? Is it a party? Is it a holiday? Or have they come on a vacation? Or have they come for a party? What is it? What is the reason for so many shoes to be found over here? That is what the poet is questioning here. The shoes, familiar, spreading. I recognize them all. So now what does he say? Those shoes belonged to the people which actually were very well known to the poet. Okay, he just sees one of the shoes and he says, yes, this is that person's. So this belongs to this person. So all these shoes were once worn by those people who were known to the poet. Okay, so those shoes which are spread over here, they are just fallen haphazardly here. So all those were actually very much familiar. They are all known to me. Okay, so I recognize them all. I'm able to recognize all the shoes that are fallen here, all the shoes that are spread over here. Okay, so the poet is now talking about only those shoes that are lying over there. He is not talking about the people who have to wear those shoes. Okay, so he's just talking about the shoes. Now he goes on explaining what scenario is there. Okay, he just tells how the shoes were found over there. Okay, the heels tap with no malice. Malice is no bad intention. Okay, some negativity in your mind, some bad intention in your mind, that is called as malice. Okay, the bad intention is nothing but malice. So the heels tap with no malice. This line can refer to small children. Okay, those children actually, usually they are very innocent. They'll not have any negativity in their mind, right? So these shoes actually might belong to somebody who did not have any bad intention. Okay, so that might be the reason. Or maybe where do they pull us in? So just these heels, if I see, where do they drag us to? Where do they pull us in? Where are they taking us? Okay, towards what are they calling us? Okay, so that is what the poet is asking. From ancient Vilna allays, so the place wherein the shoes were found, from that place, where are they dragging us? So here, from ancient Vilna allays, they drive us to Berlin. So what is happening here? So from this place to Berlin, they are taking us to Berlin. Berlin is also a place. So from here to here, they are taking us. Okay, so they are leading us from Vilna Allays to Berlin. Means from here to here, all the people who were there, they all were known to me. These shoes belong to them. So they have one or the other story to say, one or the other memory that is related to those people staying between Vilna Alley and the Berlin. Okay, so there are many people whom he knew, and those people wore these shoes. That is what he is trying to say. The poet is trying to say. So now let us go to the next stanza. I must not ask you whose, my heart, it skips a beat. So skipping a beat means he's feeling scared, he's feeling sad. Okay, that sadness, that anguish, that scary feeling, right? So that one, he skips a beat. Okay, the heart skipping a beat. Okay, so here, I must not ask you whose. Suppose I ask you whose shoes it is. Okay, then my heart will start crying. My heart actually skips a beat. So tell me the truth, oh shoes, where disappeared the feet? Now he is asking a question to the shoes. Where are the feet that you were being used on? So where are those wherein who were using you all? So he is questioning the shoes there. He just goes to the shoes. He's talking to them. You can just imagine the mentality, the mindset of the poet now. Okay, he is completely desperate. He is completely broken down. He cannot cry because it is a very harsh reality that the people who were alive some time back are not there now. Only their shoes are found, and he's asking the shoes, where have they gone? Who were wearing you? Where have they gone? Where did they disappear? Where did the feet disappear? Okay, so till now we get a picture that like, since I told you in the beginning it is a war zone, so you may get a picture that they have died. Okay, but here the poet is asking, suppose we read the poem without even knowing the background, then it is very, like, you have to read it twice or thrice in order to understand the meaning of the poem. Okay, so here when you read this, like, we came across a line wherein it was written a holiday, a wedding, a ball, or what it is. So that time you might feel that they might have gone to some party and their shoes were just gathered and were brought. Okay, but here he asks the shoes, where have they gone? So where have they disappeared? So now we know that they have disappeared somewhere. Okay, so disappeared means to some place wherein they cannot return from. So where have they disappeared? So tell me the truth. He asks the shoes. He talks to the shoes, asking them to tell the truth. So tell me the truth, shoes. Where disappeared the feet? Where are those feet who were wearing you? Where did they disappear? Okay, so he asks everything. The feet of pumps so shoddy with button drops like dew. So now he's explaining how the shoes were. Okay, the feet of pumps. So pumps, he's talking about the shoes only, the pump shoe, the various kind of shoes you have, right? So that one. So the feet of pumps so shoddy with button drops like dew. So here he is talking about the dew drops. Okay, so there are few button drops also, like there are dew drops also that can be seen on the feet. So where did they go? So I can see here they are so shoddy, they are so cute, they are so beautiful. Okay, so the shoes are very beautiful. There are button drops also, like they are so fresh. Okay, so many are there that appear very new also. Okay, so now where is the little body? Only I can see the shoes, but where did the little body go? What happened to the little body that was there here? Where is the woman too? Now we can know that it does not only belong to women but also to men. Okay, so men, women, everybody's shoes are there over here. Okay, so we came across some little feet also. So that means some children's shoes were also there. So where is the little body? This shows it is of there are shoes of children also. This shows there are shoes of women also. So all kinds of people have disappeared now. There are no people that were wearing those people who were wearing those shoes actually have disappeared. Not only men but also women as well as some children. Okay, so everybody has disappeared now. So there are no people who are wearing it. Okay, so this is what the poet tries to tell over here. So here everywhere he is questioning the shoes in order to tell the truth. So now the shoes are empty, but they are filled with answers, isn't it? The poet is trying to get answers from the shoes there. Okay, the empty shoes that are being carried in a wagon. So the poet is trying to get the answers. So all children's shoes, but where are all the children's feet? So everywhere children's shoes are there, but children's feet, where are those? Where did they go? Why does the bride not wear? So the girl who is getting married, okay, why does she not wear her shoes bright and neat? So what has happened? Now you can get to know that children are not there but their shoes are there, whereas the bride's shoes, they are not bright and neat. He is able to identify that the shoes belong to the bride, okay, but they are not neat, but they are not bright. That means there might be something that has spoiled the beauty of the shoes. I mean to say, there might be some blood stains on it, or there might be some dust on it, maybe some bomb explosion or something due to which the shoes have been spoiled. Okay, so this way the shoes are not bright, they are not neat, and there are no children also who are going to wear those shoes. Okay, so now you can get to know there are shoes which belong to children also, there are shoes that belong to a bride also. Okay, so various kinds of shoes, but there are no people who are wearing it, but there are only shoes that are left out. Okay, so mid clogs and children sandals. So he is trying to explain that. Okay, amid clogs and children's sandals. Okay, amid, this is actually amid. Okay, means in the middle of. Okay, amidst. Okay, amid clogs and children's sandals. So in between these, among all these, my mama's shoes I see. So now the poet can see his mom's shoes also. So that means even the poet's mom is no more. Okay, so she has also disappeared somewhere. So he can see his mom's shoes also. On Sabbath, Sabbath is some Saturday wherein they have a leisure time. Okay, on Sabbath, like the candles, she'd put them on in glee. So glee means very happily. Okay, put them on means she used to wear the shoes. Okay, on Sabbath, on every Saturday, like the candles, like she used to wear it like candles. When she used to light the candles, she used to put them on in glee. She was very happily wearing those shoes which he found amidst these clogs and children's sandals. So he is very unhappy to see his mother's shoes also there. Okay, so he is talking about all the children's shoes, all the bride's shoes, everybody's shoes that were all heaped up, but in between he could recognize his mom's shoes also. Just imagine how the poet would have felt when he saw his mom's shoes. Okay, something like you get connected to your mom somewhere, you feel very unhappy, isn't it? So it leads to a lot of grief. Okay, so you're not able to see your mom, you're not able to meet her or something like that, you understand that she is no more, then it feels, it is very disgusting, right? So the poet also has felt the same way. He's looking at everybody's shoes, and in between he finds his mom's shoes, so that his heart is filled with grief now. Okay, so first of all, he's not able to digest the situation. In between he sees his mom's shoes also, which he is not able to digest more. The heels tap with no malice. Now if you read this poem again, these lines again, you'll get to know the pain in the poet's voice. Okay, so the heels tapped with no malice. There was no bad intention. There was nothing bad in anybody's mind who have disappeared now. In those people who have disappeared now, there was no any bad intention. There was no any negativity also. The heels tapped with no malice means they used to walk around or they used to dance without any bad intention. Where do they pull us in? Where are they taking us to? Okay, so where is it leading to? When no, they are so innocent, they have disappeared. When people who are very innocent are killed for no fault of theirs, so where is it leading to? Where is the society taking us? Where are the leaders leading us, is what the poet questions the shoes. From ancient Vilna, Alice, they drive us to Berlin. So how does it happen? So there are many people whom I knew, okay, from here to Berlin, okay, from ancient Vilna, Alice to Berlin, there were many people whom I knew. Where did they lead us to now? Okay, so everybody has disappeared, so there is nobody whom I can find now. I can find only their shoes. So what do I do? Where is the society going to? Okay, the innocent of small children were actually used up, okay, so by the leaders. Okay, so the leaders actually, they just wanted to win the war. They just wanted, they had their own intention. Okay, so they were very selfish. But here there are innocent people who are killed for no fault of theirs. Okay, so the poem has lot of pain in it. The poet has expressed his pain, okay, towards the society, like how the society is being misled by the leaders. Okay, so through this poem we can see, we can just understand how much of pain the poet has undergone. Okay, so he must have asked, he must have questioned each and every shoe, right? He must have gone to each and every shoe and questioned, where did the feet go, where is the person who was wearing it, where did he go or where did she go? Okay, so many children who were very cutely smiling and innocent, they also might not be there, right? So they also might have disappeared, right? So all these actually is expressed by the poet. Like he undergoes lot of pain, and the same pain might have been experienced by somebody else also in the society, but the poet has had chance to express this through his poems. Okay, so that is what he has done in this poem also. So yeah, this was the summary of this poem, A Wagon of Shoes. So I would like you to just read the poem once again. So like after you get to know the summary, just go back to the poem, read it again with the same mood what the poet had. Okay, so you can feel the pain, you can feel all the emotions that the poet has tried to express in this poem. Okay, so that's all for today. We have come to the end of this session. So let us meet again with another more interesting topic from your semester. So I would like you to go back to the recorded session. If at all you cannot understand once, just go back, read the poem again, and then listen to the summary once again. Okay, so then you will be happy when you understand it better. Okay, so let us meet again shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.